Hey you, you're finally awake. Will you be executed? No, why did you think that?
Silly human.
You humans play too many video games.
Yup, but you still look at us all weird.
You are clearly the weird one here, human.
Well, of course we're real. How about you? Thought so. Anyway, my name's Iglis.
And mine is Isia. How about you? That's interesting. You humans sure are creative with your names.
Drink up. It'll warm you up. And besides, it's absolutely delicious.
And some snacks. Ever had seal jerky? Well, you're in luck.
Where are you and what are you doing here? Just focus up eating and we'll fill you in. How do you feel about this snow bear blanket?
It's always so comfy. I'm almost jealous she let you have it. No, I'm pretty sure they're called snow bears.
Practically positive. What do poles have to do with bears? They have claws and teeth, not poles.
I think they mean the polarity of the globe.
The what of the what?
The, I'm no expert on geography, but it's something about where on the globe it lies. Thanks for filling us in. We don't really care to find out things like that. We have our little snow sanctuary out here, and that's all we'll ever need. Nature is kind to us, and we repay its kindness.
It's pretty awesome here. We'll show you. There's so much food that you can try. We can go fishing, you can go see our aquariums.
How do you feel about hunting with a harpoon? Ever gone whaling?
Your hair is all weird. Can I touch it?
You sure that would be appropriate?
They blacked out from the blizzard. They would probably like some attention.
You have been out for a couple of days. It's up to you. We don't bite. It's okay. Go ahead then, sis.
How's that, cutie?
Don't go flirting with them already. You don't know if they're taken.
Relax. It's just a friendly term of endearment. All about making them feel comfortable. Right, human?
I understand you want to go home, but you can't in your current state.
Then again, is that such a big threat?
You've just recently been saved from a blizzard, and you're out for a while. Give it a week, I'd say.
Just enjoy yourself. What's the rush?
Yeah, we thought so. Moving will hurt after the trauma you suffered. Just stay in bed for a bit longer. We'll keep you entertained.
I was thinking we'd read you a story.
I think I know which one. The discovery of the ever-burning torch. It's the most well-known legend among our people. And the fire from the torch burns here too.
Yep, we have a stone oven in the big inn with blue fire from the torch. It's so cool.
Sound like something you'd enjoy? Glad to hear. I'll read while my sister works on your scalp. Relax and just enjoy. It'll be good for you. So, a long, long time ago, there was a group of snow elven nomads. They had set up their tents and settled down for the night as a horrible blizzard started. Despite their hardness and resistance to cold, the weather got more and more unbearable, and it was impossible to get a fire going, so they couldn't make food.
Sounds a bit like that night we found you, right?
But through all of this, a girl from one of the families in the tribe, Ildia, was sleeping perfectly. Too worried about the weather, her family was simply glad that one of them managed to sleep through the nightmare of that evening. But after the next day was approaching the afternoon, she was still sleeping, and her family got worried, trying to get her to wake up. After 3 hours of trying to call her name, shake her gently, and splash some snow on her face, she suddenly got up, as if in a trance. She looked no one in the eye, but just got up and walked out of the tent. They tried calling her name, but she started to run, muttering to herself, "Blue fire, blue fire, blue fire." Once they caught up and started talking to her, she just kept saying "blue fire" back, regardless of what they had said. After 77 footsteps from the tent, she started digging through the snow quickly, as if in a frenzy. The villagers pulled her away, wanting her not to dig herself further down into the snow. Things were bad enough as they were already. Trying to talk sense into her again, she pointed at where she was digging, saying blue fire here, being desperate for a solution to the blizzard. And out of ideas, they held her aside, and instead dug the area together. They discovered a frozen twig, but nothing more.
All this digging for a frozen twig? Weird.
Looking back at her, she seemed satisfied, whereas the others felt made fun of. They said, "Did you really drag us out here for a frozen twig? What do you take us for, fools?" The tribe was very upset. She quickly grabbed the twig and started running. Here, here, she shouted, running further away. When the group had caught up, she had made it to a large, freezing lake with multiple sheets of ice floating on the surface. She jumped into the icy water, shivering from cold as she went, climbing onto a sheet of ice. As the tribespeople caught up, they hesitated before deciding who should go after her. Using the twig as a paddle and the ice sheet as a boat, she made it to the middle of the lake and dived down, bringing the frozen twig with her, and disappeared from sight. While she quickly returned to the surface, she seemed to have fallen unconscious. They quickly pulled her up to land, worried she would not make it.
Oh no, what now? Then again, she seems like a tough girl so far, right?
They rushed her to her tent, carrying her unconscious, but still clutching onto the frozen and now wet twig with both hands. As they laid her down, she showed no signs of life. She looked increasingly pale. The blue color of her blood veins started becoming transparent through her ever bleaker skin. Her mother and father started crying, preparing for the inevitable, and they pulled her little brother aside, who seemed to be shattering internally from the realization of what was happening.
He loved her so much, and he thought she was dying.
The rest of the tribe started leaving the tent, giving her family peace to say goodbye to their beloved. Her father and mother hugged her, their tears flowing, and her little brother, no longer restrained, rushed over to hold her hand. As they did, they suddenly noticed that the girl seemed to be getting less pale and warming up. Though the love they had for her was as strong as any family, they were as surprised by this as they were happy. They started becoming more hopeful that she'd make it. They also felt the air around them becoming warmer and noticed the blizzard started slowing down. The sound of the faint fires started becoming audible from inside the tent. And look, the frozen twig had not only melted, but started burning ever so faintly with a blue fire. They put it in her hand, feeling like she should have it after all she had done to get it. However, she suddenly knew where to look for it, and felt the mysterious object was of some value. Exactly how it was ignited is still a mystery, but the most common understanding of the story is that the love the family had for their daughter and big sister was strong enough to melt the fire inside the frozen twig, melting it, and perhaps even stopping the blizzard.
The power of love. So cheesy, but oh so cute. And that is why we think the sick must be treated with love, or they won't get well. How about a hug, cutie?
I'm more of a head pat person, so just sit down and enjoy.
I know, let's light a candle. It'll be a cool test. Whoa, see this? It's blue.
So what do you think, human? Do we love you, or do you love us? Or maybe both?
I definitely love them. They're so cute and nice.
She's right. You're not so bad. I think I need to sleep soon, though.
I'll watch over them for a bit until they fall asleep. You don't mind, right?